Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Valar. Hope you guys are doing awesome. Thanks so much for checking out the video. I'm back at it. So today is going to be a little bit of a showcase on Yakarl. And I actually built him in not somewhat, actually mostly reasonable gear. He doesn't have amazing stats that I built him on, and he's not booked right now. So I wanted to show him at first, in the first part of the video, with a more realistic target for people to shoot for if they did happen to pull him, because even myself, I don't have the most endgame gear in the world. Actually, that's probably the biggest grind I still have to do in this is Fire Knight Dragon as much as I can to get the top tier gear, all that stuff. So I'll admit, I'm actually probably sort of like late mid-game-ish as far as gear goes. If I had to describe like where my gear is at, maybe early endgame. So anyway, here's Yakarl. By the way, like and subscribe. The channel's actually had some pretty good growth, and I want to thank everybody for that. And I'm really actually excited to do raid content. I want to reach out to other creators and even do collabs with them and stuff too. So you may see some of that. I really think 2021 is going to be an awesome year for this channel, and I want to be engaged with all of you as well. So make sure that you keep me honest with that. And I am going to stick to it. 2021, my plan is to just go full ham on this, make it work, and it's going to. I absolutely believe that. So thank you. All right. Now, Yakarl, he is super badass looking, and I do have to say that. He's actually, weirdly enough, I feel like he's one of my favorite champions. I'm not going to sit here and say he's like the most god tier legendary, because he's not. But is he good? Abso-freaking-lutely. And I think he's not really underwhelming to me. He's actually kind of a cool, unique champion. So, and I like the way he works and synergizes, because it kind of gives you a little bit of something different to look at. Like, let me build a freeze team and try to use different champions I might not. And his kit works a little bit in an interesting way. Now, I'll show you the total stats on him first. I mean, his HP's low, 27,000. So maybe I need more survivability. But I wanted to go for a little more attack. 4,140 attack. That's reasonable for people to get to. It's not insane, right? It's not like 5,500 or 6,000. It's hard for me to push those numbers. I might be able to get that on one person, right? So 188, because I'm a bloated dolphin. I'm not a major whale. So I'm bloated though. But anyway, 188. Speed. So just okay speed, not super fast. He's a little slow, actually, I would say. 107 crit rate. I just happened to roll that way because of the masteries and stuff. So we got enough crit rate on him and the gear. And then I have a crit damage amulet on him that's only level 8. So this will go up a little bit. But I'm going to level it up because there's an artifact enhancement event coming tomorrow. I'm going to level it up tomorrow. But I wanted to also show him with this, show him at a lower level of crit damage and what he can do with this particular build. 198, so just about 200, right? Resistance, whatever, 83. Debuff accuracy, 210. So he's actually pretty damn good in several spots. And we're going to showcase all of that here. So I will put timestamps in the video because it may be a little bit longer, and you may want to go directly to wherever you want to see him at. But do me a favor, actually watch the whole thing, because I actually think he's worth it. And if you pulled this guy, you should actually feel happy that you pulled him. He's a fun champion to play. And I'm actually going to be very interested to test him more in Doom Tower, which just reset. So it's kind of like, maybe we'll try him in a couple of Doom Tower hard. Well, no, I can't actually. I did the normal stuff. Sorry. So, but the thing I think is up in the upper levels of Doom Tower on the hard mode, I want to build a team where I can synergize him to work because of that amazing Doom Tower aura. So let's actually get into his skills, what he does. It is very, very wordy, the descriptions of what he does. But anyway, he hits twice. He has a lower chance of hitting a freeze on the 2-hitter here. About a 20% chance. You can book it up to a 30% chance. I have not booked him yet. I am going to book the guy. I absolutely am. I think he's cool. He's fun. He's worth it. I'm going to use him, actually. And then this actually really isn't that RNG. It's just situationally different depending on what's going on. So he will ignore shield buffs if there's at least one target under freeze. So if you have a Krisk or a Warlord or something, or somebody else, Valkyrie, somebody who has shields up and one person has a freeze, he'll completely ignore the shield. He'll also lower block damage if there are 2 or more enemies under freeze. So he's going to ignore the block damage and the shield, and then he'll ignore 30% of the defense if there are 3 or more enemies under freeze. So this dude on his A1 is hitting twice, and let's say you have a big AoE freeze you pair with him, which that does maximize his value, right? He's going to ignore shields completely, he's going to ignore block damage completely, and he's going to ignore 30% of the target's defense. That's pretty damn cool, actually. And it hits pretty hard. He hits pretty hard, actually. And in the gear I have him, you're not going to see outlandishly crazy numbers right now. I will probably tweak the gear a little bit, though. But in the beginning of the video, we're going to show him in this gear. So anyway, Blizzard Rider, his A2, is a one-hitter. I believe this is the one that actually hits pretty hard. Yes, it is. But this is actually a super cool ability. I actually love this ability. 3-turn cooldown, right? But it has a 75% chance of doing decreased speed for the 3 turns. So he can put a permanent decreased speed on someone. For Spider, for Fire Knight, that's pretty damn sexy, right? And then 75% chance, you can book both these up to 100, of placing freeze debuff for 1 turn. So he's got another freeze there. But he also steals 100% of the target's turn meter and then places increased speed on himself for 3 turns. So that's actually it's pretty damn cool. It's a unique skill. And stealing that turn meter, so whatever that target's turn meter is, he just completely steals it. So the closer they are to going, it puts him at that too. So this essentially is actually a very good ability. And I feel like I haven't even unlocked his full potential yet. He's got a lot more potential, I think, because of this. And for me, he's just super fun because of the way his kit works. Also, Glaciate here is A3, a 3-hitter. And if the target's under a freeze, it's going to strip the freeze. And then it's going to attack and place it on all enemies except the initial target. And it will also attack all enemies except the initial target after the 3rd hit. So it's going to do 3 hits and then do the AoE, right? Which I guess apparently wasn't working properly. I didn't really notice, but it's probably more of an animation thing or something, but whatever. They fixed it in this patch 3.1. Also, this is just a side topic. I'm not going to do a whole ton of news videos and stuff. I used to do some of those. I don't want to get into rants on things, and I also want to let things play out. I actually want to showcase more of the game and where I would fit in it and everything too. And I think where I fit is I fit in a spot that I don't think you're seeing many people right now show you builds on. You're seeing a lot of endgame builds that are frankly near impossible for most people to do. You're not really most people aren't showing the average everyday dude that, works, has kids, all that, doesn't really have that much time or that much resources to pour in the game. I poured a lot of resources in the game, don't get me wrong. But time, family, job, all that, I have all that stuff too. So I want to show it to you as the casual, everyday, regular person that I am. So anyway, the freeze debuff will be placed on all enemies even if the initial target dies before the freeze debuff is removed. So yeah, if he kills him, which he highly likely will if you have a decreased defense up or something too. It's on a 4-turn cooldown, but he'll actually still do the AoE. So he's always going to do the AoE even if he kills a single target. And then he's got this passive, which decreases the damage this champion receives by 10% and increases the damage he inflicts by 10% if there are 1 or more enemies under freeze. And it increases his speed. So he has another speed increase by 15 and resistance by 50 if there are 2 or more enemies under freeze. So he can... Now, it's on a 5-turn cooldown, so it's not constantly happening every turn, but kind of neat. And then the active effect is places unkillable buff on this champion for 2 turns whenever there are 3 enemies under freeze. So you pair him with the AoE freezer, the AoE freezer, and then he will actually do the cool thing with the unkillable too. So that kind of does make him pretty unique. If he gets targeted with it, he's not going to be able to die, right? And then this Doom Tower Aura, which I admit I haven't barely even tested as Doom Tower Aura yet. So there is going to be some stuff I'm doing as I get higher up in hard mode. I want to see what this really does. I think it's got some potential to be huge because it's buffing his own attack. It's buffing everybody's attack. Your damage dealers will just deal more damage. 43% is a massive aura, right? His Masteries, let's look at that before we look at the gear. So, can't see what I did there. Sorry. Helm Smasher. So I wanted the Helm Smasher to ignore more defense. Now, I do have him in a Savage set, but it's one of my best Savage sets in the game. I don't have super endgame Savage. I have good Savage stuff, but I haven't farmed enough Savage sets to have the most god tier pieces out there, right? So that may take me years to do that. And you know what? I'm okay with that. That's actually the best attitude to take. He's like, let's have fun, right? It's all about fun. I want gaming to be about fun. I want the community to be about fun. I want my videos to be about fun. I want our community interaction to be about fun. That's the mission here. Okay, anyway, Helm Smasher. The normal crit rate stuff. And I just kind of went, okay, if he's got this thing where he's ignoring shields too, I wanted to make it so he's actually increasing the damage when he's hitting someone that has a shield buff, right? So that's a good mastery to take. Plus increase the damage for the first hit on each enemy. Plus this is a really good mastery for the opportunist, right? Increases damage inflicted to targets with stun, sleep, whatever, or freeze by 12%. So you're synergizing him on a freeze team most likely. The other stuff is like, okay, if he kills someone to get an extra shield here, the normal kind of offensive route down the Helm Smasher. You could tweak it however you want. I would recommend, in my opinion, taking this shield one and also the opportunist one. The other stuff, like, do what you want. Go to Helm Smasher though. Okay. Accuracy tree. We just got him some more accuracy, basically. And then he does the turn meter steal, essentially, from the target. That's on his A2. But if you put this on him on a single target, he actually does the... when he hits the first time with his A1, he'll do this turn meter decrease, right? So a little bit extra turn meter decrease. And then sniper. It doesn't help with freeze, so that actually... Oh, he has the decreased speed. I was going to say, I knew there was a reason I put this on here. Not for the freeze. It's for the decreased speed. So helping him place the decreased speed with the extra 5% right there. All right, now we're going to look at his artifacts. So I took some gear that I just had on other champions and stuff and put it on him. And I also did want to put him in a Savage set because of pairing it with Helm Smasher and everything too. You don't have to just build him this way, but if you have Savage, I do think it's the optimal set to use for him, right? Accuracy. This is an okay banner. It's nothing great, but it was what rolled up accuracy. Here's the piece I was talking about. This rolled double attack, which sucks. It had some accuracy. I wish it rolled that, but anyway. Crit damage. I'm going to roll this up tomorrow when the Artifact Enhancement event comes out and get it up to the maxed out level to increase his crit damage. I'm also going to roll this up to get the full attack. That did roll the double attack with a little bit of defense. I was hoping no defense because his defense is actually kind of low. So if you see right here. But, okay. So double attack with a little nice bump on the glyph right there too. Now we got Divine Offense as the other set too. So you can put a speed set on here. You can put an accuracy set on there. You can build them a whole bunch of different ways actually, but this is just kind of what I started with. Speed, not that great of substat rolls on that, but I'll take that for now. This had triple crit rate on it, attack percent chest. This crit damage gloves with crit rate now rolled bad on the defense side. This is a pretty good piece actually here. Speed, crit damage, crit rate on the Savage set. This is just a rare piece, so you can see it rolled double crit rate, but that's why I keep it. Double crit rate. That's why you got to keep some of these rare pieces because they're actually worth it to a degree. Like this is actually a decent piece. Double crit rate, 19% crit rate is pretty nice. And it has a little tiny bit of speed with it, right? And then this is the shield, double crit rate and speed, a little bit HP. So you see, it's very good gear. Is it outlandishly insane? No. If you've been playing for a while, you're going to have some gear like this. You're probably going to have gear that might even be quite better than this too. So let's show him in some content now, actually. So that's the build. That's the masteries. That's everything on him. Let's actually show him in Fire Knight real quick because I think that's really where he shines as far as, stealing the turn meter. I actually replaced Cold Heart with him. And believe it or not, my Fire Knight run with Cold Heart on this team is about a minute and 30. It's not like insane fast. He really didn't slow it down that much. So I thought that was kind of interesting. I thought he was going to slow it down because he's very single target. And I'm not even using a freeze in this. So this is funny. I'm not using a freeze at all on this one. So you're only just going to see his 117K right there. 117K, 35K, 36K. That was pretty nice hits right there with the decreased defenses and weakens. And not even from one that, like I said, is super optimally built or anything like that. He's just got a solid build. That's a little bit slow, really. That's kind of, how I describe it. 21,000. He placed a freeze right there, so that was his A1, I believe. His A1 actually has the lowest multiplier on it, what I've noticed. So, boom, 41,000 ignore defense, decrease the turn meter. That might have been that one, actually. Okay. Let's actually slow it down when he comes up next. All right, come on now. 79K, that was his big one right there. All right, so it took about a minute to get through. We'll go through this real quick. And then I'm going to show him with a freeze champion. You can run him with like a Torment, a Gurgo, a Luria. I was going to try to run with Pixneal, and I'm actually going to do a guide on Pixneal, but I just don't think she's optimal, really. She is really RNG. Okay, here we go. 18,000. Those weren't that great. They were just pretty meh hits right there. Okay. But we saw in the waves he was doing some nice hits. If we get a turn meter steal here, that would be nice. No turn meter steal. 27,000, 26,000. Those are nice. Those are pretty good hits. Okay, come on now. There we go. 116K with the decreased speed on the decreased turn meter, right? And the decreased speed is three. Well, three turns. Excuse me. So that is actually pretty damn good. We're gonna come on around 2 minutes, maybe right over 2 minutes here, right at 2 minutes actually. So he's not really increasing the time that much. That's my best time, 116. My average time is about 130, maybe 140, and he did almost 500,000 damage. Xavier is obviously the main damage dealer at 1.9 right there, but pretty damn cool. And I don't know. There's just something about the guy because I love the way he looks that is super fun to me, actually. And then I even opened the Void Keep, which I thought was 200 gems, and I clicked the button so fast. So this is a PSA, public service announcement. Make sure if you're going to open the Keep, the Void Keep's 300 gems. And I just clicked the damn button so fast without even realizing that. So don't be like me on that one. All right. Let's actually see him on Dragon here. So Dragon, boom, we'll go in here. I took out one of the Royal Guards, actually. You know what? Let's run him in a freeze team right here, maybe. Who am I going to run, though, as the thing? All right, let's run him here. I don't know that that's such a great idea, what I'm doing right now. Let's try it. Let's just try it. I just want to kind of showcase it a little bit. And What's-His-Face is actually a little bit faster. Gurgo. So let's see if Gurgo does a freeze. I'm just going to... Well, I don't know if he... Yeah, he does. Okay, so that Gurgo did his freeze. Let's see what he does. 77K? Okay, that was all right. I think you can get better hits than that, but it was pretty nice. Not amazing. I know there's hits he can do that is like, 150, that type of stuff. I wouldn't necessarily use him in Dragon. I just wanted to actually showcase him here, too. So this isn't really the area that I would use him. Fire Knight, I'd definitely use him. He's great in Fire Knight. And you can't decrease speed the Dragon is the other thing. So I just wanted to kind of show us. This is actually not going to work out this one, I don't think. We'll see. I just kind of slapped something in there because I wanted to show it with an AoE freeze champ was the main thing. And Gurgo and him provide no value against the Dragon, actually. So we'll come back in at the end. All right, sort of knew that was going to happen. We just were showcasing him in the waves anyway. I wouldn't use him there, but I would use him. I would use him in Spider, actually, because the decreased speed, that turn meter swap. So I took out Cold Heart here as well. So normally the team that I'm running is double Royal Guard, Cold Heart, Draco, or like a Santa or somebody in here for the shields. But he's actually really good. And we're just going to run it on auto, actually. I think we did this in about 40 seconds before, I want to say. That sounds about right to me. So we got the Royal Guards going to do their takedowns. And then he does that decreased speed right there. So you saw that decreased speed for 3 turns on the Spider already. And then he comes up with it again with Kymar here, doing the resetting of cooldowns. And we should be able to nuke this Spider down fairly quickly here with that one more Royal Guard hit. And there we go, 27 seconds, right? He only did 136K. Let's do another run real quick just to kind of see. Defense, I'll keep that, actually. I hate the flat stat on that, but I like the other 2 rolls. Okay, come on now. 27 seconds is actually pretty good. Full auto on this team, too. So far, I haven't seen there. He did 85,000. So I don't have enough crit damage on him, only about 200%, right? So rolling that piece is going to help. So right here, 78,000. He's doing a decent amount of damage. And he's doing that really cool decreased speed and everything. There we go, 27 seconds. I guess 27 seconds is going to be consistent. So for me, I might actually just use this team. It's full on auto 27 seconds, right? Accuracy, that's not terrible. Okay, so let's go. Maybe it was terrible. See, this is stuff maybe I keep too much crap gear. No. All right, let's actually go and check him out in another place. The other place I check him out in is Arena. I am doing an interesting follow-up video on this guy. I don't want to tease it just yet. But there'll be another video, at least one more coming out about him too. It's not going to necessarily be a full-on showcase of him, but it'll be something cool. So it's coming most likely next week too. So expect it in a week or so. So anyway, all right, let's actually look at these teams. This guy's got Skull-Lord Vargal. This might actually be pretty tough. Oh, I was actually running Royal Huntsman for the dead aim, but my Royal Huntsman has just Garbo gear on him, like complete Garbo. He's got like uncommon 4-star gear, and the speed is terrible. But you know what? I think we should do it for fun. But no. Let's put something with a decreased defense, and we can actually. Where's Venus? I'm actually going to use Venus. I know everybody's up in arms right now because Venus is not working properly, and she's prioritizing the HP burn over the decreased defense and weaken. We're going to manual this though. So come on now, let's get in here. Let's get the attack up going. Let's actually get the decreased defense and weaken going. No one has a shield or anything yet. They're not going to get a turn really, but we're going to see that with the freeze. Okay, all right, that's actually pretty good. So I'll go after Altan with him. And then I want to show this turn meter swap. So let's look at this Lugan right here, right? Oh, crap. Sorry about that. All right, well, I get a turn again. I misclicked the button by trying to read the ability right there. But his unkillable did go up, which is kind of cool. All right, we'll get rid of this guy. This guy's under freeze. We're going to have to do another arena battle because I clicked the button too quickly. All right, and yeah, we'll go after you. Okay, so who's got the most turn meter? Mashaled does, and it's not that ability. It's this one, right? And steals 100% of turn meter. Yeah, so it's A2. That's with the spider. With the spider, what we saw before too is he and with Fire Knight too, he's going in and he's taking their turn meter, right? And adding it to him. It's pretty cool. Boom, right? 88,000, and now he's got another turn, right? So he just took all the turn meter and goes again, which helps us. It's like having built-in Relentelss Gear to a degree, without the RNG of Relentelss Gear. So I'm thinking if you put him in Relentelss Gear, even that would be pretty cool of a build too, actually, because then he would just proc so many turns. Now that I'm thinking about that, I'm thinking I kind of want to show him in a Relentless build. So after this, I might actually do a Relentless build real quick for the end of the video. All right, so this one is if the target's under freeze. It's not really going to show it because there's nobody else, but this is the one that would take the freeze off. It doesn't hit as hard. You saw that right there. But freeze also makes it so you're not hitting as hard. You're decreasing the damage. Under freeze. All right, we're going to do one more arena battle, and then I actually am going to showcase him in Relentelss Gear, I feel like. All right. They're not going to get the shields up. Okay, this is a tough. These two are tough teams for this, I think. Little Annie, and let's see what he can do against a Krisk. And we could get wiped. Okay, we got shields up. Now Gurgo may remove all these as a thing, because Gurgo is actually a buff stripper too. He's a buff stripper and a debuffer, which is a pretty sick ability. So he removed everything except Miss Annie has a shield here. Okay. So that's who we're going to go after, actually. We're going to first just go after her. So, yeah, he can get rid of her. And now we're going to steal Miss Annie's turn meter, hopefully, right? With this. And then we're going to go through the A1 would go through the shield, actually. Oh! 120,000 on her, right? And then almost the full turn meter himself right now again. So he just he just destroyed her. Okay, now we're gonna ignore. There's nobody with a shield, but let's see what he does on Krisk. Not bad. That was actually like what 28,000 and 15,000 against a frozen target. Pretty damn good actually. So now we'll just auto him. I just love this guy's kit. I really do. I'm just having the pure joy of having fun with it. That's it. Like, he's one of my favorite champions. He looks super cool. He's really good in Fire Knight. He's really good in the Spider. And I do believe he's actually really good in Arena. If I could get an insane accuracy build with him, I think he could be good in Platinum Arena too. I'm not in Platinum Arena. I could push to get there, but I never finished in Platinum or even try to get to Platinum because I'm just still farming the Great Hall and stuff. So my Great Hall is actually getting pretty well developed. But what I'm doing right now is just getting everything to gold level 7. And then I'm going to actually get everything changed where I would focus down on like more crit damage and go for the 10s and stuff like that. All right. I'm going to come back in a Relentelss build, showcase him a little bit more after that, and then we'll call it a video. So at the very end here, I'm going to put a Relentelss build on him, I think. No, not I think. I am. So, okay, we got him built in Relentelss Gear. So I'll show you, but I won't do as full of a runs on all this stuff. So anyway, 28,000, 4,000 attack, so 195 speed, just a little bit faster than he was last time. 102, a little bit less crit damage is most I can get with the build. 190, a little bit more accuracy, 219. So the overall stats are relatively the same, actually, which is pretty cool because I wanted to compare it. It may do less damage is the thing, though. So let's actually see what he does in Spider first because that was actually quick runs. Although I don't really think it'll matter that much in Spider because of how quickly it worked. But let's just go ahead and showcase. It's only 27 seconds. So we'll see it. I think the value is going to come in Fire Knight for Relentelss set. I wouldn't necessarily recommend building the Relentelss set with him just because it's too RNG. I just kind of wanted to see this for curiosity's sake was really the main thing. And he hasn't even procced the turn anyway with it. But he did get the turn meter steal. So when you pair him with a Kymar there, he's got a turn meter steal twice in a row. So yeah, kind of like I thought, it wasn't going to make much of an impact here because he doesn't really need it there. No. Okay, let's see. All right, let's actually go do Fire Knight again. And I'll just show the damage real quick on the first wave. And then we'll show... he's not doing as much because there's no freeze champion I'm bringing in here either. So, but we'll show what he does on the first wave here. If we can get an attack. And 94,000, not bad at all. And there we go. And 21, 23. Plus he procced a Relentelss there. So that was pretty cool, actually. He procced a Relentelss there. I'm going to bring it back in at the Fire Knight, and we'll kind of see what he does. All right. Here we go. Here we are. At the Fire Knight. It took us about 20 seconds more. He did get a couple of Relentelss procs, which actually were pretty cool. So, yeah, there's no decreased defense and weaken up, so he's hitting like a wet noodle right now. But he wasn't hitting super hard before anyway. Oh, there is a decrease. There's a small decreased defense and weaken up, actually. All right. Not the big one from Mr. Draco over here. So... after kind of testing this, I don't think you need to. I thought it would be kind of cool to proc all those extra turns because it's pretty RNG, so his kit doesn't really need it. I think building as much damage in offensive gear as you possibly can with him is the best route to go. That's actually what I think after testing this. But I wanted to see it, wanted to see how it would actually work. It's okay. Maybe I'm missing something, but I don't feel like it's necessary or even really amazing in any way. I would stick with a Savage set form is what I would do, actually. So we got an extra turn right at the end here. Let's see what he does. Oh, and he did the turn. Okay, so that's where it actually becomes a little bit fun right there. He went 3 times in a row right there, right? So he went 3 times in a row, once from the Relentelss proc, and then he procced that A2, which actually got him to take most of Fire Knight's turn meter and got him to go again. So that's actually pretty cool. I'm going to end the video there. I know it's been a long one, so I want to thank you very much. If you checked it out, I just had a lot of fun doing it, a lot of fun messing around with this guy. Like I said, I'm actually going to do more stuff on him in Doom Tower and a couple more other places and actually showcase him in a different way, but I wanted to make that a separate video. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, if you found that you liked the channel in any way, please subscribe to the channel. Consider subscribing to the channel. I really do appreciate it. I appreciate all the support, and I really hope everybody's doing well. Treat each other well. Don't forget that, man. We're all human beings. Let's all treat each other well. Let's make the world a better place. Thank you so much. Cheers.